I can enjoy like yesterday. You can walk. Look at the full moon. You're gorgeous, baby. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. And this full moon is all about expression. Ain't that about something? Ain't that about something? Um, so you guys, I'm pretty much coming on. Um, hey Willie! Woo woo! Listen, y'all, I'm coming on. Y'all let me know if y'all would like to have the conversation. Hopefully I make it home. It's just, oh my God. Y'all know, I don't know, like whoever's been around from the beginning should probably know me by now. Where the freaking guy go should. Like it's sometimes when you should probably be able to tell what I'm gonna say before I even say it. It's such a beautiful night, y'all. It's just breezy, it's nice, it feels good. It's a full moon. This full moon is in Pisces. This full moon is about trusting yourself, trusting your instinct, just trusting yourself, trusting that you whatever decisions you're making at this time are the right ones for you. You're not second guessing yourself, okay? You are making decisions and you are being open and honest about how you feel. And I think that there's no better time than right now to have the conversation that I really want to have, especially with what's been going on as far as the beef sector goes. Because I'm just kind of over it. Not kind of, I just am. And yeah, so now as far as my scheduling, anybody who did want to participate and is not able to, and you would like to, I mean, of course, it can be a continuing conversation. I would really love to talk about it just tonight. So if you guys are interested, I am leaving. I just got in the car out of the grocery store. I am stopping in Sonic's drive-through, and I'm gonna speed home and just run upstairs and okay, and plug in so that we can talk. Hey, Soap, how you doing, babe? Newbie. Hey, Dad. Hey, Michael. How you doing, babe? Oh, Nadia. Oh, thank you, Nadia, so very much. Um, and I mean, so let me just tell y'all, if you don't know, as far as me and my schedule, as far as me being on YouTube, you guys, I really am kind of trying to change, where my videos come up. Okay, um, because I'm not interested in interacting with hate anymore. I'm just really not. Like it just takes away from you. Um, it takes away from me. Let me just speak about me. It's not fun anymore over here. It's not a good time. I mean, there's the last couple of people. Like there's like a handful of people um, that I adore, and I'll interact with them. But hopefully, whatever I do as far as my content, hopefully they support me. And if not, that's cool too. Hold on one second. But I'm just interested in trying to uplift. Oh my God, can I please get a bag of ice? Oh my God. I can't get a bag of ice? Huh? Yes, just one bag of ice, please. I'm so sorry. I didn't see it was 10 o'clock. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you. Oh, she's a sweetheart. They always save me. I swear to God, it was just 9:33 when I was leaving out the grocery store. What happened to the time? What happened to it? I was trying to dig in my purse for $3, but dang, it's always me. Thank you so much. It's like, you're good. They're like, this damn girl. I don't be want no food, y'all. I just want my ice. I haven't had none all day. I've been in the house all day, okay? My girls worked over. That's why I kept rescheduling my live. Thank you. That's why I kept rescheduling because they worked over. So they didn't even come and get them until they didn't end up coming to get them until like 7. Thank you. Have a great night. Thank you. Yay, we on our way. That worked out though. That worked out. Shit, because we on our way. I promise you, I thought it was like before 10, and that's why I thought I was gonna be sitting in the, I'm like, if I can get through the line real quick, then we'll make it. But here we go. We on our way, y'all. We gonna make it. All right, so I'm just fucking, oh my god. Fucking mess. Okay. Hey niece, what's going on, babe? Chanel! Hey doll. Hey cuz, what's going on, babe? Okay, y'all. So listen. So the girls, they worked over until 7. So that's why I kept rescheduling the live. And then I had to come to the grocery store, y'all, because I was out of like completely out of stuff. And one of the babies needed diapers. So one of the babies needed diapers and milk, matter of fact. And then plus I didn't have no damn milk. And I just had to come to the grocery store, okay? And then I just couldn't wait because I was like, I could do a pickup order for in the morning and just come pick it up and then stop and get my ice and stuff. But I just didn't. I didn't have no ice. I just wanted my stuff. Okay. That's all I wanted. And I just ended up taking too long in the fucking grocery store. Like honestly, like by the time I left out of the house, threw on some clothes and got myself together to leave out of the door, it was and when I got to the grocery store, it was 8:45 anyway. So but anyway, so yeah, so as far as me on YouTube, I've been exploring other platforms, of course, and as well as doing that, I just have been trying to get to a space where I can just my videos can come up and people who are come up and be recommended to people who actually are interested. Let me say it like that, because and I'm just being very forward about that. There's people who are interested in a lot of the same things that I am. I just want my videos to be recommended to those people versus just staying stagnant because it's involving a bunch of bullshit. you know so yeah, so that's and so you kind of like fall back a little bit, but I don't even think that that's a good idea as far as the algorithm goes, because if you're not posting anything, I'm still watching. So if anybody knows about YouTube and the algorithm, what you watch is more so has an effect on what you post and what your videos are, who your videos are recommended to, more than anything. So I'm not helping in any way by still watching and keeping up. So in that case, haven't been watching too much either. Because I just know that about the algorithm. So I'd rather not watch. And plus it's just a lot of the same anyway. So so I've been watching a lot of the things that I'm interested in posting on my own channel, as well as just things that I'm interested in, period, and that sort of thing. So that's what's been going on with me as far as the channel goes. And I just really want to, let my moderators know that I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And I just appreciate all the support. I really, really hope that each and every one of you are doing well and just in good spirits, and just things are going your way. I really just, as far as my moderators go, I just really hope that you guys, things are going your way. You're feeling good, family's good, and just everything's good, and that's just what I want for everybody. But, the duration of the time that I have been doing this thing on YouTube, I've pretty much had the same moderators. Some a little bit longer than others, but as far, you just guys are just here, and no matter what I am doing, you are supporting me. So I just want you guys to know that I appreciate appreciate that, and time can go by, think people can be interested in different things. Um, so I understand that as well. And no matter what you guys are doing or what transpires in your life and changes happen, hopefully, we can all still find something that we enjoy about each other enough to continue to support. So I just needed to say that. So yeah, um, it's a lot of good things happening in my life, but it's weird because I'm going through a rough time while it's happening. If that, I don't even know, I don't even think that makes sense. But it's just like it's kind of like I know, like there's things that I could just reach out and touch that are amazing, for me and my growth. But at the same time, I haven't done it. I haven't reached out and touched it yet. So with that being said, I'm just kind of staying still and yeah. But I just know that just great things are coming, so it's like I'm just good. I'm good. I'm in a good space, even if I'm not good. I just want y'all to know that about me. Like when you don't see me, it's not because I'm doing bad. Like I'm not doing bad. I'm not really a person that worries a lot, even when things are not going my way, because I just know that things will always work out. They will always come together. You know, um, I always tell y'all like nothing lasts forever, even when it's bad stuff. It doesn't last forever. Everything has a cycle and a season, and it could be people, it could be a situation, it could be a feeling. So I just stay in that headspace, just knowing that whatever it is, if God brought you to it, He's gonna get you through it. Okay, so um, that's just how I keep thinking. But what I will say about me, like even like an opportunity that has come my way recently, sometimes I can forget like the impact that I've had on other people or the reputation that I have for just with people, like people that I have had experiences with or crossed paths with, um, for the most part, it's always a good impression left. So, I just never have a problem with opportunities coming my way. It's just me, and it's just at the time that they come, or I'm just always giving of myself in other areas to that out, so that I won't, focus on the opportunities that come my way, and that's kind of like what I'm going through right now. But I mean, word of mouth is a motherfucker, and I'm telling you, if you treat people right and you do good and you handle your business the way that it should be handled, I promise you, you will always have things come your way. You will never be left looking for something to happen, because, people will remember that. People remember how you made them feel, you know. So that's what they do remember. And so when you have business with people, or situations with people, it can be just something short and sweet or whatever, but just make sure that you just do your part, and you just treat people the way that you want to be treated, and as long as you do that, you're gonna be good. When I was just in the grocery store, I ran into one of my kids' cousins, and he we just, he spoke and everything, and was just asking about my brother and whatever. So we was just talking for a hot second. He was like, I thought I saw you over on airport, like working at that auto shop or whatever. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I wouldn't, I said I ain't been there in a few months, but I've always been in and out of there over the last 10 years. So he was like, okay. He was like, I was wondering about that. like, because I thought that you would be posting it on Facebook and stuff. And I'm like, yeah. So he was like, he said he owed me money for one of my old schools. And I was like, for real? I was like, I believe it. I believe it. Because that's why, that's part of the reason why I'm there, So, just because of the business aspect of it, and it's not my business. So I can't, I mean, I can do what I can do, but at the same time, it's somebody else's shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't agree with how somebody's running their business, then shit, you just leave. So, anyway, I was like, that's usually our issue is, how he do business and stuff like that. So I told him a little story about when I first came back the last time about a vehicle that was there when I got there. And he was like, yeah. He was like, well, yeah. He was like, he was supposed to do it and stuff or whatever. And then he was like, then he was trying to talk like he wanted to buy it off of me or whatever, to avoid giving me my money and stuff or whatever. Then he just ended up giving me half, but he hasn't made the other part right. And he was like, really, I just said, fuck it, because you guys just been playing. And I was like, I know. But I'm saying that, and I'm just giving that story because, like, I had told y'all, like, when I didn't know if I was going back or not, that I really wasn't going to talk too much about it. Until I made the decision. Because if if I'm gonna go back working somewhere, I'm not gonna just put out, this information that probably shouldn't be out. If that's my place of business. But yeah, it's just like shiesty business. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's wrong as fuck. It's just wrong as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer. Like anything that I've done, like as far as business goes, it's dealt with money. It's dealt with people, customer service. It's just always dealt with, that sort of transaction, taking care of people and them spending their money with you, and I've been in multiple different industries that people use every day. And it's been a firm believer that, and what I've learned is that I don't give a fuck if it's top of the top, echelon, or if it's the lowest of the low who is just scraping it up just to make something happen. When people are spending their money, they all are the same. Okay, when it comes to a person being a customer or a client or whatever you want to call them, when they are patroning your business, they are all the same. All they want is to get what they're paying for. That's it. Like, that's it. You as a consumer, you can tell me if I'm wrong about that. Me as a consumer, like, just in Kroger's just now, when I was at the self checkout, the girl was like, she was talking about how she was in the thing or whatever. Her cart was kind of like in the way. She told me she liked my bag and stuff and my nails and everything. And, she was just being nice and stuff. And she was like, yeah, because I had a bunch of stuff. And she was like, girl, I was in here like with $200 worth of stuff. And I came to the self checkout. I said, I always come over here because people be mad. People be mad if you got too many groceries. They be mad if you got a coupon. They be mad at your form of payment. They just be mad. And so I would rather just do it myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bothering you. It's bagged how I want it bagged. I ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? I can make sure my shit ring up the right way without you getting an attitude because I'm checking the prices, all of it. I just rather. So she was like, I get it. She was like, yeah, I know. Or whatever. But I'm just saying that, like, people just want what they're paying for. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I buy a beauty product, whatever the claims of that product are, I just want them to do what they say they're going to do. It's simple, it's just that simple transaction can either mean a lifetime of business or it can mean, a bad, a bad experience and they'll never fuck with you no more, and yeah, that's a huge reason why I made the decision to just leave and choose another place of employment while I pursue my own, because no matter how many times I go back there to work, it always ends up the same. I'm going to be there from up to down. It ain't going to be no clock in, no clock out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pay for shit that don't got nothing to do with me and not going to get my money back. And it's going to be bad business and I'm going to be the face of it. I'm going to be the one that has to deal with these people and try to hold them off and make it right and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? When it ain't enough, you know? And it's just sad, like when it's somebody that's like kind of close to you or whatever that had that experience. But he ain't the only one. There's many people I know that's had that experience at that place of business. And yeah, so that's what happened with that. But and we still unfinished. We're still unfinished because I have a vehicle there. I have money there. Like I left unfinished, of course. You know, I mean, y'all know that I left and didn't know what I was gonna do or whatever. But yeah, it's unfinished as fuck. So you know, um, I still got to deal with them, but not as far as me working there. But I'm home, y'all. So I'm gonna give me a interlude. Excuse me, give me a little second. I'm gonna run in the house and plug my phone in. All I'm gonna do is just put this ice and my ice cream up, and then we're gonna get to the conversation. And so let me just tell y'all the conversation is gonna be about being a biracial woman. I'm a woman. But it, you know, it can go for biracial people, period. I'm gonna give some thoughts. I'm gonna tell some experience, and you know, I would like to hear anybody. You don't have to be biracial to be in the conversation. Okay. I know a lot of times we hear it's a BET moment. It is a BET moment. It's a biracial entertainment TV moment. Okay. But at the same time, I would love to hear anybody's perspective on what I say and what I share. So, you know, for me, all opinions matter. All opinions are welcome. So I'm not shutting nobody out. Um, and part of that reason is because I don't appreciate being shut out or saying that you know, people saying that I don't matter because of how I was born into this world. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just leave that right there, and then we're gonna go. I'm gonna get this ice. Oh my god, oh, it's so good. And they filled the bag all the way up. Oh my god. So I got some grapefruit. I ain't had no grapefruit in so long. And my oatmeal was on sale. Okay, y'all. We going in the house. Okay, let me read y'all comments while I go in the house. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, so let me see what y'all talking about. I can't hardly see. Run. Run! Y'all, me and the kids, we be kicking it. We be kicking it for real. We just be doing our thing, minding our business. Hello. And then they mamas come in the house and be bothering us. Oh shoot, there's money on the table. That's mine? Huh? Who's that? Oh, mine. Oh. Tomorrow, that is it. Is it what? Just in the 90s. 90s. That is the 80s. In the 90s, didn't nobody wear no damn sweatbands and headbands. The hell? What did you Google?
I saw this on Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Dude, you look like Olivia Newton-John when she was dancing in that movie. You look like you gonna about to play in the remake of Flashdance. Huh? The page. Okay, the pager is right. Well, I don't know. They did have Nike sweatbands. I gotta look at that. Oh, because y'all can't have no name brand. No. Okay, because Jordan did have that sweatband around his bald head. Okay, that might, but I don't know about them wrist things. Y'all should see him with all that hair sticking out at the top. This boy look like he should be in Flashdance. I'm weak. Oh my god. That was funny. All right. Hey, love Blaze. Where's Blazing? I don't know. Hey, little miss. How you doing, Dal? Catherine. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And that's the thing too. Like, I'm so sorry about, and honestly, like, I can really just talk, and then if other people would like to have the conversation, like have a panel, because I would love for it to be a panel conversation, you know, and for other content creators to tell what they feel. But like I said, it could be something that's continued, of course. It ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like the conversation ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? This is shit that we all experience every day, no matter what race you are. Like you're gonna have some type of experience, you know. And so, of course, it can be an ongoing conversation, but it's just something that, and it's just after I like heard comments about myself, like once again in another person's life, and I want to say it was yesterday or maybe the day before. Like that's what prompted me to like want to just really just give my thoughts on everything. So yeah. But oh, there you go. There's Blazing Boo. All right, y'all. So okay. Hey Nicole, how you doing, Mitri, Emmanuel, Pizarro. Hey y'all. I'm sorry. Hey Cosmo. My bad. I didn't know. I was driving, so I wasn't looking at the chat. But hey everybody who's in here. But yeah, anybody that wants to come up is welcome. I'm gonna go run downstairs and put this ice cream in the freezer. I plugged the phone in, so and I'll be right back. I don't know if I should play a song real quick. Let me do that. I'm gonna play a song real quick. I don't know what the hell that boy be doing with that room. Thank you, Blazing. I don't know what the hell he be doing in that room. It be like it's like something threw up. It just looked like a clothes hamper just threw up everywhere. I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh, James did a cleanup earlier. All right, y'all. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Man, that shit crazy. I be charging my iPhone in his room because he got the iPhone chargers. I don't really use it that much. And I just went there to go grab it. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on in here? All right, hold on. Well, I got a song in mind. Let me just play something. Tell him to clean or he can't go to work. Ooh. Ooh. He be mad as fuck. Oh my god. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I'll be right back. to be paid. Look all that ass on her. They got this thing set up and them gotta want her. She act like she bow-legged and been the corner. She proud to be beating me, cause I'm stunting on her. It feels good to be beating a real goon on her. Ain't called in 2 days, gotta let her mind wander. But when she miss me, she call and tell me to jump on her. That's why I'm mind breaking off, cause she ain't with the drummer. If you been ripped up before, you know how to come from her. You know she gotta be something, cause I done beat her hunter. Base 99 now, I'm telling y'all drummer. I exposed her to real and now she hate lame. She used to run from it, now she like pain. She called me sometimes just like this is her thing. And since I ran up the shot, she ain't been the same. Anytime I girl, call you mine. I can't stand it till you treat it bad. I beat it for my love. And we ain't did nothing that we ain't supposed to do, cause you mine. Girl, you know I be on, keep me on the ringtone. Hey, you should be
Goodbye. Random calls and offers. Hello, built-in spam blocker. Now I can't soak up the sun and peace. Hello, Google Fi. A phone plan that can. It goes Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama made the world trap or die. It goes free. Oh, stop me. Three or four. Yeah, I just feel him so fast. Before I even know it, we done blew it. Young come through nighttime like a bird. Got a young white shirt. Make a phone call while he's dead. Big deal. What's it? See you do a thing. I want to rap her. She'll make you sing. I was on her. Y'all look for my thing. Everything on the hip. CATL hot five. Don't know how to act. Number one song. Came right back. The rest of the night. Dance on money. Right out. Mama say bye. White Peter with the denim. Keep the meals on high. Man, look at Shawty roll. Man, look at Shawty go. Sorry. She dropped down to the floor like Shawty. She like, calling it be all in my head. Me a little Shawty in the bad, talking about this, talking about that. Got her on the trunk, she acting all bad. Girl told me, don't be bad. Kelly told y'all, when she rocked that, got the booty in the brain, it's all me serious. Seriously, she's on my soul. Mama say bye. White Peter with the denim. Keep the meals on high. Man, look at Shawty go. Man, look at Shawty go.
Not the music didn't keep playing. Okay. I don't know if to turn on my ear or. I can't remember if this is how they tasted or not. My son got brought home some cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster. And it don't seem like it. Oh my God, I'm choking. It don't seem like they are that good. Do y'all remember or anybody been to Red Lobster lately? Because I don't think they food like was really all that anyway. But you know, like everybody raved about the cheddar biscuits, and I don't know if they was really all that. Hey, Latasha. Okay, so let me see. Tanya. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I had a lot of ice cream. They had a good sale on ice cream. And I had room in the freezer, so boom, it's a perfect match. I'm good, Latasha babes. I'm glad to see you, hon. Okay. Des, how you doing, Dal? About to make a store run. But you have to remember that's a problem with them, not you, because in this day and age, everything that's going on is not discriminating. It's hitting all of us. True, 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 true. Absolutely. Absolutely, I agree. Absolutely. So yeah, I gotta I'm gonna plug in I gotta put these little couple stones and flowers on my other hand real quick because I was only able to do one earlier and then I'll be done with that. Oh, I didn't go to the movies last night, y'all. I didn't go. And I'm so sorry. I didn't go. So didn't go to the movies. My son ended up calling while we were still on live. And he called and I was on the phone so long, like the thing had went off, like the disconnection had lost. And then I was like, well, let me hurry up. Or let me try to like get dressed stuff. So I had went jump in the shower and all of that. But then I ended up just not going. So no, I didn't go to no date last night. I did not go on a date last night. All right, so I'm putting on a tank top real quick and some pajama shorts and my bonnet on, and then we're gonna be good to go. Y'all, I really be forgetting that like my room is in the front of the house, and I just be having my window wide the fuck open while getting dressed. I know anybody can just ride by and be like, "Ooh." They either gonna be happy or they're gonna be sad. It's gonna be one of the two. All right, so tank top on real quick. But okay, so let me go ahead and go and talk while she's doing her. Let me go wash my face and get settled. Yay! Okay, cool. I know I need to wash my face too, matter of fact, but I'm gonna sit here and do these nails. Do this nails. It's just I'm putting a couple of flowers and stones on, so it ain't gonna take no time. So Tanya, I seen the topic and I had to pull up, girl. I'm so glad you're talking about this. I never pulled up so fast. Girl, my brakes are smoking. Man, I'm telling you, like, I've been fiending, like, I've been fiending to have this conversation. So, I am gonna drop the link so that if anybody does want to come up, you are more than welcome. But I'm just gonna go ahead and talk. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk, just from I'm just gonna talk. So let me go ahead and drop the link in case, and then get started. So, so mixed people. I'm a really like specific. Well, I mean, it ain't no. If you mix, you mix, right? But for the most part, um, the experience is black and white, or like Latino and black. Those are the two that I'm most familiar with, right? So I'm black and white. My mama is white, fully white. She is like Dutch, German, and Polish. Dutch, German, and Polish. And my daddy is black. Now he said that it's some Indian somewhere, but that's what he said. So anyway, so black and white, okay? Now, I was born in the late 70s, okay? The year I was born in 78, December of 78, I was born. So I was born in a time when, um, it wasn't so far off. I mean, if we think to when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was, when he was out doing his thing, was just in the 60s, right? So this wasn't too far away. But anyway, a black man and a white woman came together. They had a daughter and a son. All right. Boom. I'm an adult right now, right? So just in my childhood, I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood. Okay. Predominantly black school. It was, I mean, outside of being a teacher, there was not, it wasn't like, really um, on a regular basis that you would see any white students. Okay. There were a few, but not many. And honestly, I wouldn't even be able to know, I wouldn't even be able to think back, or I don't know, like where they lived in the neighborhood or whatever, right? It was like this elementary school, and there was different areas around that in that neighborhood. And I don't know, they obviously lived in the district, but I just don't know. I grew up just around predominantly black people. I grew up in on my dad's side of the family. Okay. My granny helped to raise me a lot of my years. Um, I was with my mother solely when my daddy went to prison. When my daddy went to prison, he went to prison for 7 years, was his longest bit. And that, since I remember, one in my childhood. And So anyway, so once that happened, I also, y'all know that I gave a daughter up for adoption. I also had gotten pregnant. So I had gotten pregnant. I was supposed to be getting, your physical and my shots for, the next following school year. And that's when I found out I was pregnant. Um, so yeah, so I found out I was pregnant and immediately knew that I was going to give the child up for adoption because abortion was not an option because of how far along I was. I had no idea that I was pregnant. Let me just say that. I don't even like right now, I don't even know, like, can't remember like period. Like, did I have one? Did I not? Whatever. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm just saying that, you know, up until 13 years old, I was in the home solely with my, the black side of my family and my mother. Okay. Um,
for the most part. So when my mother and my daddy ended up separating, basically what happened was, I grew up, my younger years was in the 80s. Okay. So in the 80s, that's when there was, people was selling dick and pussy, selling drugs, taking drugs, like it was just that type of environment. And so, just with all of that activity going on, and my parents being involved in the drug game and stuff like that, they ended up splitting up because, I don't know, my mother told me that she had, she made a decision that she wanted to be out of that life, so she decided to separate from from the relationship. And just, my daddy was still in it, she was not. So she went and she did what she needed to do to, start her career and stuff like that. Me and my brother were still there with my daddy and, my granny and all that kind of stuff or whatever. We was basically in the house with my granny. And once I got pregnant, that's when I went back with my mother, because the thing was is that they were gonna like make me keep the baby. If I would have stayed with my grandmother, it's not that I was put out or, made to go anywhere. It was the fact that if I would have stayed there, the decision would have been made for me. Okay. So, and that's really like, I'm going too deep into that situation anyway. I mean, should be another conversation, but I'm just giving y'all my history as far as like my childhood and me growing up and stuff like that. If we want to talk about, me being mixed or whatever, like I never had any issues. I'm not gonna say never, like I just didn't feel like an outcast. Let me say it like that. I didn't feel like I was different. I didn't feel like, I wasn't black enough. I didn't feel like I was too white or um, just didn't belong. I wasn't, that's not how I felt. I just felt like I was just me. So fast forward to being in being on the side of town that my mother chose to live on. Now that side of town was it was just like a melting pot. Okay, still is right now. So it was just like a melting pot. It's just like white, Mexican, black, it's just, everybody, So now from elementary school, me getting in trouble in elementary school, like my pretty much my last year of elementary school, me and my best friend at the time, we were told that upon graduation that we couldn't go to the same school ever again afterwards in the city of Toledo. So basically, whoever enrolled in a school first, that the other kid would have to enroll somewhere different. So with that being said, the high school that I went to was all the way on another side of town because she enrolled first in the one that was in my neighborhood. And then plus anyway, it kind of worked out because, I ended up living with my mama anyway. So I just ended up going to school over there where she stayed. Anyway, so in that school, a lot of white people, Mexican people, and it was like a handful of black people because for the most part, um, you know what? Because I don't even know. Like now that I think about it, um, like I don't know if people moved in other areas or like if they just ended up going to other schools, but just how the city is set up, like you just have like these main high schools and stuff like that. So whatever, but it was just pretty much like a handful, right? Like and just all the black people just hung together. That's how it pretty much was. Like everybody kind of stuck to their own, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, so even in that, now I didn't grow up with these people, so like um, I pretty much made friends and stuff like that, like, just by gravitating towards like who I knew and what I knew, so like I just gravitated towards those who gravitated towards me, and so I didn't like have a history with them. You know how like if you stay in the same neighborhood and you go to elementary, junior high, boom, high school, you kind of like know people just going through the different schools. It wasn't like that because I didn't grow up in that neighborhood over there. I grew up on a completely different side of town. But I mean, when my freshman year I was pregnant. So My freshman year is when I was pregnant with my oldest. Okay, so if you're confused on me saying my oldest, the baby that I gave up for adoption, I had her, gave her up for adoption, and like a year and a half later, a year later, some change or whatever. When I moved over there, I met my kids' daddy, my three kids that I have now. I met their dad, and we was together or whatever, and I got pregnant really fast. And so anyway, I was pregnant my freshman year. So for me, I was just trying to really do my work, get my credits, and get the fuck up out of there. So I didn't wasn't in no correct extracurricular activities. I didn't do none of that. I was pregnant. I worked, took care of my baby, and went to school. That's all I did my whole high school career. So never had no problems. I mean, I guess even in the high school environment, it was just a melting pot of people. So there was biracial people there. Um, not like where I was from. You didn't see a lot of biracial people. You didn't. Well, there was one. There was one girl I remember in elementary. That was biracial, but outside of that, like, it wasn't. So, but over there, like, it was all types of biracial people. It was just all different types of people. So again, I didn't feel like I was out of place really for real outside of me just not knowing them. Okay. Hey Joanna, how you doing, babe? I'm married to a mixed man, Mexican and black. We have three children, two bright skin. My youngest, my skin color, he got the most heat because of his last name and dark skin. Oh wow. Yeah, because of his last name. They're like, how the hell that happened? Wow. Wow. So I'm sorry, I was just talking, not even looking at the comments. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay. I'm Afro Latina. My father is root come straight out of Africa. Okay. He's not Galactic heritage, comes from Mali, Africa. Oh wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Dolly Boo. Hi, who me? How you doing, babe? Um, right, with the Mexican last name. Okay. Oh yeah, see. And so yeah, so so I just grew up, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't feel like I didn't feel like I was out of place or nothing. My cousins, like my cousins, they would mess with me sometimes. My one cousin, he always called me an Oreo. He always called me an Oreo. And but an Oreo obviously is black on the outside or dark on the outside and white on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like nothing about my skin tone. Like there was a couple of times when I got into it with the girls in junior high, and they would threaten to cut my hair if they got people come back and tell you such and such said if they get into a fight with you, they're gonna cut your hair off. And it'd be dumb little shit like that. But I mean, I just wasn't never like felt out of place. Okay. I never like really like felt out of place. And I'm going to say out of place or different until YouTube. Okay. I was 40 years old. Like I started YouTube like after my 40th birthday. All right. By the time I came to YouTube, I had two grown children, one teenager. I had lived a whole lifetime, raised my kids, like been in various relationships, friendships, been in all types of industries as far as work is concerned. And I came to YouTube and, came to YouTube, just decided, I was newly into makeup and, I just enjoyed talking about different topics and doing my makeup, like, I mean, it would be kind of awkward to just come on doing your makeup and not saying nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? I know there's hundreds of channels of, beauty influencers who do their makeup and just solely talk about the products and things like that. I just feel like it's a better fit for me to talk about issues, just situations in life or whatever. And it kind of went into from talking about life situations to talking about correlating those with situations we see on YouTube. And then it went from bigger YouTubers down to smaller YouTubers that I actually interacted with here on the, floating through the YouTube street. And so, and very, very early into the game, very early into the game. I was getting comments like, you need to go back to the white side. You on the wrong side of YouTube. Like, stay out of black people business. Just all types of shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I am black. You know what I'm saying? Now, always have identified as biracial. Always have. Um, if somebody asks, and I'll say like living on the east side, like in during teenage years, there was many of people over there who thought I was Latina, because, just depending on, my hair or just my look or whatever, I guess I can look different ways to people. So, I may look white to people sometimes or Latina sometimes, or it just depends. But for the most part, when I open my mouth and speak, people think I'm from the South, or, they just know that I have some, African American heritage or whatever, or they think like I'm some white girl that's, they say trying to be black, I guess, like just these different terms, and so another thing is, at the time when I grew up, I didn't grow up in times where it was just so like politically correct and just seems so sensitive. Like, you have to be so careful with your words. Like, for me, it's ridiculous. Like, you have to be so careful with your words. Like, and I don't even like that, because I just feel like people choose to take offense to anything just because they can. I mean, that is just how I feel. I feel like people look for a reason to be offended. They are looking for fault. That's how I feel. Like, and it doesn't even have to be regarding race. It's just period. Like, it can be about anything. Like, they will hang on any little word, syllable, tone, just anything, like, to find fault in people. And I really think it has something to do with the inside of that person. Like, because it's like I can, make a statement, and I'm just using me as an example, but I can make a statement about anything, and people, oh, what you mean by that? Or why you say it like that? Or this ain't it, that's not right, or you can't say that. And it's just, matter of fact, I was talking about my kids like early on in my channel. And I guess I was talking about race. I don't know if I was just talking about my kids, but I said something about their eye shape. And I mean, just, oh, you can't say that. That's offensive to Asian people. And it's just like, what? Like, I've heard Asian people say it, but I guess not all, and the thing, and it's just weird. It's just weird to me. Like, I just feel like people just look for a reason to be offended. You know what I'm saying? Just because. And it's like, why? Like, what are you looking for fault for? Like, why are you looking to be offended? Like, why can't people just be individuals? As long as there's no hate involved or no ill intent or no one trying to hurt anybody or actually hurting anybody. Like, why can't people just at the end of the day just be individuals? You know? So, um, let me read some comments real quick. Uh, 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 uh. Yeah, then the ones you hang with if y'all in the same class. Yeah. My fiance is Jamaican and Chinese. His father is from China. Ooh. Okay. And you know what? Because I heard like there's like Chinese people, because China is like overflow. Like, China is like way overpopulated. So I heard that like there's Chinese, like, all in the different islands. Like, there's a lot of Chinese people in like various different islands. So you see what I'm saying? It's like a lot of times it's about, like, as far as mixing anyway, a lot of times it is about area or like location. You know what I'm saying? Is And I'm just gonna say this, like, you have people, I'm just gonna say like gay people, like, you can't help who you love. You can't help who you fall for, who you're attracted to. Like, I mean, you see somebody and you just like them, and there's just something there that draws you to that person. Are you wrong for how you feel? Nobody is wrong for how they feel. Nobody should be made to feel like they're. Hold on one second. Oh my God, my girls took all the food. I'm sorry, y'all. He mad as fuck. But then he brought some Red Lobster biscuits. They didn't go to Red Lobster and eat. He called me. He said, "Mom, did you cook?" I was in Kroger's. He was getting off. I said, "Yeah." Oh, y'all about to laugh. They already be saying I make hamburger helper. Lord Jesus. But he like it, y'all. Like my son is just picky as hell. Listen, let me tell y'all something about this hamburger helper real quick. While we talking about giving a little history and shit. Stroganoff hamburger helper, right? It ain't shit but just some ground meat and whatever the container in the box, the seasoning and a little shit in the box, right? Okay, cool. So you do your little shit to it. My kid's daddy, like he was the simplest man to cook for. Okay. Like I could just easily make him like he loved like y'all macaroni and cheese and tuna mixed together. Fried chicken and macaroni and cheese. Stroganoff hamburger helper. Like he that's how he ate. I promise you that's how he ate. Like probably some breakfast, like breakfast food or whatever. He didn't eat pork at all. So like from when we was teenagers, he didn't eat pork. But anyway, he was just the simplest person to cook for, and he eats out a lot. Still to this day, right now, even as a personal trainer, like he eats out a lot, always have. So anyway, I just, like he's just always been the simplest person to cook for. Now me, like I always been a cooker. Like I grew up cooking. Like I grew up like in my granny house. Like it was always an uncle or two like in and out of the house. They leave that girl or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They come move back in, move back out, whatever, all that dumbass shit. But I was always the one like cooking food, like all types of shit. Okay, but shit, he didn't like that shit. He didn't like so, and then he didn't eat pork. I mean, not saying that if you don't eat pork, you can't cook nothing else, but it was just, he was just easy to cook for. So, and then, having my kids or whatever. So when I left my kids' daddy, I was pregnant with my son, and so my son has never actually lived in the house with my kids' daddy. Like he's never actually lived. He's the one kid that has never lived in the house with his daddy. But he eats just like him. It's just weird as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so he just only eats certain shit, you know, and he loves the hamburger helper. And my grown ass daughters right now say they daddy, they'll be talking to their daddy and he'll be like, "What your mama doing?" Like she used to make that stroganoff hamburger helper, she still be making that. Man, if she make that, call me. Like some dumbass shit like that. So listen, I'm just saying I'll make it because that's what they eat, okay? But I made that today because it was easy. It was simple for me to feed, the girls or whatever. And I know my son eat it. So, you know, but my girls, they come in the house too because I've been cooking lately because I've been babysitting and I've been at home and so I cook because I know my girls are coming every day and those have always been my eaters. Like, I fuck some shit up. I just love cooking, and but with them out of the house, I don't cook like that. But since I know they're gonna be here every day, then I've been cooking and stuff, and I have dinner ready by the time they come in from work, and that's what I've been doing, y'all. So in the daytime, and shit, they done took all the fucking food, and I didn't look in the pot to see if it was none left in there. That's fucked up. I'm gonna tell they ass too. Don't be y'all brother here, and y'all know like that's one of the main things he eat. Like, why would you just take everything? I mean, it's only I made a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so hey, Sky Blue. I'm sorry, y'all. I digress. I'm so sorry. He just came in. He just fucking came in and just threw me all the way off. But okay, so but they grown more. Oh no, hold on. Oh shit. Okay. Oh dang, I missed a lot. Okay, wait a minute. Growing up biracial, you just have to think, you have to be thick skinned and learn you can't please everybody. Ooh, because I'm not for everybody and everybody ain't for me. Yeah, that's right. It was horrible for her trying to teach my kids to ignore that bullshit. Oh my God. All these people and their opinions. Exactly. I know, sweetheart. It's hard, especially when they're very small. They're starting to experience weird things that they don't understand. I know exactly what they went through. Yep. Can be cruel. And you got to understand that sometimes, most of the times, they get it from their parents. Oh, yes, because we about to get into that too. They can't whoop you though, period. Yep. But they grow more and gamble they own. My middle son birthday is today. Ooh, 30 years old. So they over it. Period. Okay, you got grown kids. I know what you mean, April. And I get tired of people telling me I'm not black. That shit crazy as fuck. Like, how you gonna tell me who I am? How you gonna how you gonna tell me? Yeah, that spell check is a mug. Sky Blue said, question, I'm biracial as well, and my baby due in December. What do your kids identify or say they are personally say they are, especially in young years in elementary? Thanks for sharing. You're welcome, Sky Blue. So I allow my kids specifically to identify as they feel comfortable. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. The conversation as far as them identifying, like elementary school, when they get old enough, I would say like third grade, maybe even second, but third grade, like it may be second because these kids these days they grow and they are smart as hell and shit might be kindergarten. But especially if they come home going through something or come home with like somebody asked them about something like that. You know what I'm saying? But you do want to try to get ahead of it. So I allow mine to just identify as they're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They know what they're mixed with, and so it's whatever they feel. I have always identified as biracial just because I was told I was mixed. So, I'm mixed. And then as I get older, I use the term biracial. But and so it's as far as you teaching them, you have a conversation, just letting them know, mommy's this, daddy's this, because when they're small and they're coming up and they're identifying, colors and skin tones, and they'll start to tell you like my G baby, the oldest one, she's 2.5. And she says who people look like. So she'll say, that's such and such. They look at pictures or whatever, and she looked like me. Or they watching cartoons or different things, and or dolls, their toys and stuff like that. So um they start to identify with how a person like looks like them. And so if you would rather get like dolls or have them watch things with characters that are their that is your baby's skin tone, you can do that as well. But when you can actually have the conversation to where they understand race or color, at least if we want to say color, skin tone, then you just mommy's this and daddy's this. When my kids were way younger, like it's so because my kids are all three different like skin tones, so it's so funny. So it's like, and that just shows you too how you never know how your kid is gonna come out and look, no matter what their ethnicity is. A lot of times, like skin tones and things like that, like features and genetics and things like that, they skip over generations a lot of times. So like my oldest daughter, she's like light brown, um kind of like a caramel complexion. And then my second daughter, she's me, she's a spitting image of me, pale, very, very light, and everything. She's just me all over again. And then my son, he has the deepest skin tone, and he takes after my daddy. Like his build, his skin tone, everything like is my daddy. And so it's just like, things skip over generations. You just never know like how they're gonna come out, so for people to even say, they try to tell you about you and what you are and all this, and it's just like, girl, like don't, okay? But yeah, so I just say just let them kind of they'll let you know, like they'll let you know, like 2 years old, 3 years old, whatever, they'll let you know. And then like, getting older into school age and stuff like that, if they like I'm mixed, or I'm black, or sometimes like depending on what they're mostly like. My kids are, if you want to be technical, my kids are like black. They mostly black. They're still multiracial, but at the same time, or mixed, but they have more black in them than they do white. So they would be, probably considered black, depending on who you asking, and that's a whole nother fucking thing. So I just let them be comfortable, because at the end of the day, they growing up, it's the skin that they're in, and they have to be comfortable with self. So allow them that freedom to do so. And then if they have any questions or are going through anything, you just guide them through that. That's the best thing I can say as far as that goes. You be drinking. Who drinking? Wait a minute, I'm way behind. Hold on. It has everything to do with the inner image that they have of themselves. Ooh, I used to be lost and confused, but now that I'm older, I'm happy. I know 2 different languages. Yes, I like who I am, and I love people for who they are. And if they don't accept me, they can kick rocks. Period. Oh, I'm gonna say something about that multi languages. Yep, LOL. People are petty and selective with the outrage. Absolutely. I agree with you, April. People try to tell me I'm not black, but my father can trace his roots all the way back to Mali, Africa, because his family came over here on slave ships. Wow. That's awesome that he did that too. Maybe they just bought biscuits. I'm sorry. It's not funny, y'all. It's not. But that's probably true, because he do shit like that. Like he'll go to Texas Roadhouse and just get a box of biscuits. I'm telling y'all, he eat weird as fuck, and he kind of eat like me. I just eat like more of a variety. Like I will actually incorporate like in vegetables and fruits, but I used to not. So I just got started with that. So I can't be mad at him. I can't be mad. But Mali, Africa, see what I'm saying? Like, oh, that is so awesome. And it's like, how you gonna tell me? Yeah, people got me fucked up. I'm just gonna say that, like, off jump. People have me so fucked up, like trying to tell me about me. Okay, don't cook me no hamburger helper when I miss it. I'm gonna be upset. I would never. I would never. But shit, that hey, I ain't mad. Listen, I'm not mad. Okay, it's a meal. It's a lot of people be out here eating like it. Look, I ain't mad. Shoot, when we go visit, if she cook hamburger helper, we going to the nearest Mexican restaurant. Y'all ain't leaving me to go get tacos. The fuck, eat some hamburger helper. Mm-mm. I'll be drinking. Oh my God, thank you, Blazing. Thank you. Hey, Tajor, how you doing, babe? Start taking son's portion out for and put in a container since he lives there. Girl, ain't that something? Oh, ain't that something? Because that's sure the fuck what I'm gonna tell them. Y'all don't even fucking live here. Like it's a privilege for y'all to get a meal up out of here every damn day. My boy, he work, go to school. He been running his ass around getting ready for homecoming this coming weekend. Okay, let me see. My husband is mixed. I'm 100% black. Do my children? So my children are black, but but they can't. They just name. I mean, my children carry that last name. That's how they are perceived, which is crazy. That is right. See, so Joanna's saying the same thing, right? Because you are 100% black and he's mixed. So yeah, they black, but yeah, so they getting judged solely by their last name. It's like if you wouldn't even know their name, then you wouldn't know nothing. They wouldn't be able to tell no difference. That shit crazy as fuck. I told my son he is going to have to reinsure my granddaughter starting right away, so no one will be able to make her doubt who she is. Period. You have to let them know that, and this is why my title is what it is. Because if y'all know Millie on here on my radio, She has her her outro that she gives, and it's little black girl, you are enough. Little black boy, you are. Wait a minute, damn. Okay, so I'm sorry. So this isn't just for women, it's for men, men and women, just all biracial people. But I just want biracial people to know that you are enough. I hear so many, I hear so many, there's so many channels on YouTube. If we just talking about like what's spoken about publicly, there are so many channels. It's okay for you to be pro-black. It's okay for you to stand up for your own and my people and this, that, and the third. But then they want to have conversations like, well, you're not all black, or why you letting, like why you letting mixed people be comfortable. It's a channel on here. Her name is Paris somebody. Like, I was so disappointed. Like, the girl, she can give some good commentary and stories and stuff like that, but she's very much so prejudiced, very much so prejudiced against people, against anybody outside of black people. She was speaking of, this was like maybe a year or so, maybe even more, but she was speaking about a biracial rap artist, I want to say in Michigan. And there was something about, so she has her grandmother is white, and so the tickets were being sold. How they were doing the tickets is they were how they were doing the tickets is white people had to pay more for the ticket. So this girl did a whole video talking, making a fuss about, and which nobody should have to pay more for no ticket based on your race. Like, who the fuck's asked for race when you trying to buy a damn concert ticket? So that would just blew me anyway. And I didn't go to fact check it. I didn't go to the site or anything. I think it was Eventbrite or something like that. So y'all can let me know if y'all ever purchased tickets off of Eventbrite. Do they ask you about your race? Like, that's so weird of a question to make that purchase. But anyway, it was, you know, if white people are coming to the concert, basically they got to pay more for their ticket. And so she was so the rapper said to pull her out. The rapper said she did not want to be part of the concert, take her name off, because she has a white grandmother, and she doesn't feel like, if her grandmother wanted to come to the concert, why should she have to pay more to be at the concert? So this girl never asked about your race. That's weird. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I got the wrong site, but it was weird as fuck, y'all. Maybe I'll go back through her channel to go find that video. But this girl had pulled out. Now unless you buy the tickets in person, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and check. But all I know is that the girl was pulling out, and she was pulling out. She said, if my grandmother wanted to come to this concert, basically, and if she got to pay more to come to the concert, like, I'm not doing it. So because she was standing up for her white grandmother, and it wasn't even like the grandmother wasn't really going to the concert, but she was just using her as an example. So she was just saying, basically, she just felt like it was wrong. Like, so I don't know. I don't know how they know your race, because even back then when I was listening to it, I was thinking like, how do they know your race? Like, how do they know who they selling tickets to? But anyway, so the girl wanted to, she was pulling out of the concert, and she was going into like the whole thing about how, like, if you black, you got to pay more for pretty much everything, like, insurance, like anything that asks you about race, like if you black, then you got to pay more. And I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that, okay? Because there is definitely a chemistry to how different businesses charge for different things, okay? And race does go into it, credit goes into it, backgrounds, all types of shit goes into it, okay? And so they definitely will judge you. They judge you off of your address, your zip code, all of that type of shit. So and it's all about risk, right? If we're going to talk about especially insurance specifically, but she was like going into, how, all of these different businesses or different types of things that we have to that we purchase, we're charged more because for being black. So when it's done to a white person, now it's wrong. And the girl wasn't, she was just, she's mixed, and she was just using that as she just didn't feel like it was right. And so this girl used all these other things, which I'm not disagreeing with her, but at the same time, I'm just saying she was making all types of comments like, this is what happens when you let mixed people feel too comfortable, or when we be letting them in. Like, we always the ones, like, the white people ain't gonna fuck with them or whatever, but it's always the black people that's always gonna be too nice and always want to accept everybody. We just want to accept everybody. And it was just so fucked up. It was just so fucked up, because it's like, on one side, everybody wants to be treated equal, and there's been so many fights, and so many people have lost their lives and just spent their whole lifetime, adult lifetime, trying to make it so that we all have the same rights, and we all have the same pay, and just all of that, as women, as black people, everything. There's people who have literally died for that. And it's like, then you got so many people that want to go backwards. Like, are we going backwards? Are we all supposed to be segregated? Like, should just everybody just stick to their own, and just, everybody just stay away from everybody? Like, what? Or we got to all live by these rules where, okay, well, we can interact, but you don't procreate, or you don't reproduce, you don't get married. Well, yeah, you might fuck on one, but you ain't gonna get pregnant by him. And it's all of this dumbass thinking. And at the end of the day, I just feel like, why can't we just be individuals and love ourselves for who we are today? Like, none of us can go back in the past. Like, whatever you did yesterday, you might have did something fucked up yesterday. You can't go back yesterday, and go fix what you did. All you can do is be better today. All you can do is make better decisions in the now. So we damn sure can't go back centuries, decades, any of that shit, to go fix some shit that we wasn't even here for. We supposed to learn about it. We're supposed to know about it. And just like any mistakes we make here in our lifetime, in the past of our own life, our own mistakes that we made, that we personally took upon the actions to do and made fucked up ass decisions, we're supposed to learn from it. We're supposed to evolve. We're supposed to do better. And that's what we need to be doing with our history, is evolving, being better. We're supposed to learn from the lessons of our ancestors, of our fucked up ass history. Holding grudges ain't gonna help nothing. Hating people that ain't did shit to you ain't gonna help nothing. Segregating ain't gonna help nothing. All that does is just breed hate. It breeds separation, and it breeds demise for everybody. For everybody. Ain't nobody winning in that shit. All of us can't be proud of our history, but we damn sure should be able to be proud of who we are within ourselves today. Nobody can go back and before they was born and choose your parents, choose your family, choose who you're born to, what you're born into. We can't choose our looks. We can't do none of that shit. We just here. We're just here. And then when we get here, we supposed to be ridiculed and condemned for some shit that we wasn't even here for and don't got no control over. All because of your hateful ass and what the fuck you ain't healed yourself from. That's a personal problem. That's not my problem. That's not a whole racist problem. That's not a whole community of people's problem. It's just not. I love me. I'm proud of me with every fucked up ass decision I done made. Whatever the fuck people think about my life, your life is yours, mine is mine. Everybody is welcome to have opinions. Everybody is welcome to, if you want to cast judgment, you can even do that. But at the end of the day, nothing that you say or do or think about me is my problem. Because unless you are reaching out a helping hand or offering some kind words or trying to lift a person up, you can keep that shit and give it to somebody who cares. I heard somebody on here tell another person on here that they have more melanin in their pinky finger than they got in their whole body. And these are both Black people. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Everybody at the end of the day should be proud of who they are, whatever their ethnicity is, whatever their race is, whoever their parents are. I'm going to tell you something. Like, you can be birthed by a racist. You can be birthed by a racist. But it doesn't mean that you have to be that. You can still grow up and make better decisions and be proud of who you are and be accepting of other people as they are. It doesn't mean you have to like or love on anybody. It doesn't mean that you have to do anything outside of just being fucking respectful at the end of the day. Like, it's just all about just being just plain as just common courtesy. Like, that's it. Like, downing me for what I look like is going to help you in any fucking type of way. You ain't making me feel no type of way. You're not making me feel no type of way. I watched a video of a KKK member right now, current day KKK member. He said he was going to take Mississippi over. He was going to get everybody back in line with how the fuck shit's supposed to be as far as what he thinks. They are raising kids in that household. You got the son who is proud to be a racist and hateful and hate Black people. And then there was a daughter. And the daughter told the interviewer, like, I don't feel the way they feel. That was a quote. That's a quote. I don't feel the way they feel. But she's in a house surrounded by hateful racists. And God, I hope that she just keeps that same mindset that she is in as a teenager. She says she don't hate Black people. She has Black friends in school. She can't tell her daddy that though. And of course, they're going to see the video. So, hopefully nothing happened to her. But at the same time, could you imagine if that was back, 50 years ago, maybe even less? Less. Shit, now they be trying to do some fucked up ass shit like they used to do. That's their blood. Their child. And she would be out of here. But that's what we dealing with today. And I'm going to tell you something. No, Black people can't be racist, but you can damn sure be prejudiced. And either way, it's hate. It's hate. And if you are a person outside of being white that hates another solely for who they was born as, solely for what they look like, what color they are, you ain't no different than that racist white person who's judging you and putting you through hell every motherfucking day that they can. You ain't no different because all you're doing is passing it around and doing it to other people who don't look like you. So what's the damn difference? What I do know is me as a woman, As a mixed woman, you are not going to make me feel no type of way. And I raise my kids up to, you damn sure ain't going to make them feel no type of way. You raise people up to be a good person. You be a good person. We talk about generational curses all the time in the Black community. Like we always talk about breaking the chain, being the change in our family that we didn't see before, doing things different so that our kids don't end up how we were, like they don't go through shit that we went through and our parents went through and all of that type of shit. What do you think racist is? What do you think racist white people are? It's a generational curse. So are you just gonna, you're just gonna continuously pass down? It's the same thing. It's the same fucking thing. So that's just what I gotta say about that. You know what I'm saying? Like this world is so like hateful, but I'm gonna tell you something. There's still enough love in it that that it's still here. It ain't went nowhere yet. And the more people that continues to grow that love and just be the change that they want to see in other people, the more better off it'll be. Okay? We got a whole country that's plotting against us. And I'm talking about these politicians. I'm talking about these people in charge of making these decisions for our everyday life. We got motherfuckers trying to get into our bank account for a transaction as low as $600. We got people trying to track every motherfucking cent that we have running through our household. We have eyeballs everywhere watching everything we fucking doing. Like it's bigger shit out here to fucking worry about than what color somebody is. Okay? It's way bigger shit. And the thing about it is, if people don't get that shit together, it's gonna be your kids that's gonna be down in the fucking dumps, out here scrabbling and struggling or whatever, like they in a third world country. Because people are so much worried about what somebody look like and hating them for what color they are than teaching them about financial stability and education and how to survive and be their best self. Sorry, let me read the comments. I'm glad my mom did not follow the rules, period. New content, no, because honestly, I have more fun with white Hispanics and such when I'm partying. Oh, I'm trying to tell you. Oh, they can, oh, especially, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Latinos, I promise you, they, or what, listen, they can drink you out of house and home. White people is funny as shit. I'm telling you, living on that east side, like through high school or whatever, and then I had moved, like I moved back in the city, like when me and my kids' daddy had got a house or whatever. After high school, after I got out of high school, and then we had moved back over there. We had got a house over there, you know, like after me being grown and stuff. So it was a couple little clubs over there and stuff. But yeah, they show enough, you know. Hey TC, thank you, babe. Love you too. Hey Blind Spot, I miss you too, babes. I do. Thank you. Oh, who said Nina? Nina told J Dunn that. Even though J Dunn can kiss my whole yellow ass, okay? J Dunn can suck a dirty sock until that motherfucker is clean with that raggedy ass mouth of hers. But I will say that Nina was wrong as fuck. Okay? Like, all you doing is causing separation. So now it don't matter if you even all black, because you want to tell me who my ancestors is from centuries ago. That this is why I'm as light as I am. And then outside of that, Even though my two parents who created me were black, okay, like because I'm not, my skin tone ain't as dark as yours, I still ain't enough. So it's like now you don't even got to be mixed no more. You can just be a light skinned black person. And now we're going to cause separation by skin tone. Is that what we're doing now? So basically, we just need to line up all 60 of Fenty foundation. Is that what we need to do? We need to line up all 60 shades of Fenty foundation and, just line up where you at. And that's what group you fall in. And we just gonna segregate by that. Is that what we doing now? The fuck? Hey Mo, how you doing, babe? Oh shit. When you party with the Chicanos, they always want to make tacos at 3 in the morning. Then they start with mi casa su casa. I already know the drill. My family is crazy like that. Yes. Girl, give me a taco at 3 in the morning, okay? I love me some tacos. Oh, I love tacos. Like Mexican food is my favorite food. Like that's my favorite food. I promise. I eat tacos every day. Okay. Oh, some fresh avocados and sour cream and cheese. Oh yeah. Give me that. Give me that with some onions. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. All the mixed babies that were killed during slavery time. Oh my God. Like y'all, like, okay. Like my kid, okay, so yeah, cause well, y'all know, cause my kid's daddy, he's not all black. My kid's dad, well, his mama said his daddy is Chinese, so she was fucking an older Chinese man. She said he was 67 and she was 16, and so they from Arkansas. So she had to move up here. That's why they ended up coming up here, cause they ain't do that back then. They did not do that. He was born in early 78. And she had to get the fuck up out of there because she was messing with that Chinese man. Number one, he was old and married. He already had grown kids and everything. And yeah, so she had my kid's daddy and they moved up here. She said she went back down there like once with him. But and so he got to see his daddy like, I think he said once. But outside of that, they've been up here ever since. And like they had a family reunion down there. And this is when like shit, I think I was pregnant with my oldest, or might have just had her. But like you can't tell that he's mixed at all. Like unless like if you tell, like I told y'all, so if y'all seen him, like you would see like his eyes and he got like, well, high cheekbones really don't matter, but you can look at it in his face and just tell like, little couple little features. But outside of that you can't tell at all. But me on the other hand, you can look at me, and so they was like, "Oh no, you can't go down there." They was like, "Nah, we ain't gonna do that." But now like, and that's shit. What? My daughter is 27, so that was just then, over a little over 20 years ago. Well, 27 years ago, because whether if I had just had her or whether I was pregnant with her, so yeah, they was like, we can't go down there because it's like some little tiny town in Arkansas. Helena, it's called Helena, Arkansas. But hey MJ, how you doing, babe? But yeah, so yeah, I mean, and the thing about having biracial babies all the way back in slavery days, it's like a lot of times them babies came from rape. They didn't come from love. They didn't come from like anybody actually trying to get pregnant or be together or have a family. Like that probably did happen too. But you hear stories of that, people falling in love with somebody they shouldn't have. But yeah, so it's like, damn, like you gonna like, you know, violate me. You gonna violate me and get me pregnant. I have a baby and then the baby dies. Like, you know how traumatizing that shit was back then? Like, and it's like, why would you want to just keep running down the ground? Why would you just want to keep repeating that cycle? Like, of course, it's not as, you can't just get off what you used to get off back then, what they used to get off back then. But at the same time, like, words and different actions and things like that is like is fucked up as you can be to a person. They just are. Like they go as far as they can go with it. And it's like, why would you want to keep running that shit in the ground and repeating that cycle today? For what? Like, what did somebody do to you so fucked up that, and who do you think you are? Like, who do you think you are? That is up to you to decide on where and who I should interact with on a social media app or in life, period. Like, who are you? Like, who gave you that power? Who says you was God? Like, I tell people, like, take it up with God. If you don't like me, how I was born into this world, you talking to the wrong person, because I ain't had nothing to do with it at all. So, you got some conversations to have, and it ain't with me. But yeah, black babies also, yep. Killing babies. You know what I'm saying? Breaking up families. I leave people alone that have a problem with me because I'm biracial. I actually feel sorry for them. Latasha, and that's where I'm at, because I'm just gonna say specifically over here in the beef sector, like, there's a lot of people who don't like me, and it comes out when we have these race conversations. You end up seeing how people really feel when certain shit happens. And my thing is, what do you think? Do you think that every single person who gives you a click and a view, who supports your channel, who supports your growth, who helps you out financially as far as this YouTube goes, do you think that they're all black? Or are you that ignorant and stupid that you do think that for real? And then, like Jay Dunn said, she don't want no white people watching her. She don't give a fuck about a white person watching her. She don't even want their support at all, period. And that's cool. She's within her right to say that. But my thing is, like, you got your motherfucking nerve when you over there crying about a bitch telling you that you ain't got enough melanin. When she telling you that you got white ancestors. Like, you a product of rape from in slavery. That's a problem for you. Race ain't a read when it's you, but you can do it to other people. You can call me all type of white bitches. You can tell me how the fuck I don't belong. And having conversations about me when I'm not even around, about why is Ask April accepted? Why is Ask April allowed to say what she want to say? Because she's grown as fuck. That's why. Because not only am I grown as fuck, but I've raised grown ass kids. Okay. I've earned the right to say what the fuck I want to say. Simple. Just like you can say what the fuck you want to say. You want to call me all types of whites and crackers and all this shit. Like, that's a read for me. But it ain't a read for you when somebody coming for you and your color. Oh, okay. Like, the shit is ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Bitch, I'm not worried about nobody accepting me any motherfucking where. That's the problem. I'm not looking for nobody to accept me. For you to make a statement like that, you must feel like you need to be accepted. Because Jay Dunn is the same person who got muted. Like, for how long? How long was you muted, Jay Dunn? Like 2 years, bitch? Because I ain't hear shit from you my whole first couple years on YouTube, bitch. You just really started circulating around this bitch after VS left. How long VS been gone? A year? So the first year and a half, I was on motherfucking YouTube. Ain't nobody heard nothing about a damn J Dunn, because she was made to shut the fuck up, and she stayed in her motherfucking place. While y'all telling people who need to stay in their place, bitch, my place is where the fuck I'm at. It's as simple as that. See, the thing about me is I'm respectful to who's respectful to me. But when you want to cross that line and you want to be disrespectful, bitch, you will get disrespected. It's just as simple as that. You can't call me out my name and think you downgraded me and I ain't supposed to say nothing back. And the thing about it is, like I said, my grandmother, great grandmother, my daddy told me, bitch, you black. And you better not let nobody tell you nothing else. Now that's how they saw me. That's how they identified me. And that's cool. I just feel like I'm not gonna dismiss my mother just like I wouldn't dismiss my daddy. They both came together and made me, so I'm not gonna dismiss one over the other. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna make me feel one lesser than the other at all, period. And you're not gonna make me feel like I can't be open about and have dialogue as I please, or say certain things, or I gotta stay in my place. I gotta sit the fuck back. I gotta stay out of certain conversations. Bitch, fuck you. You can't, just like you want to tell me I have never experienced your life and I can't tell you about your experiences, you can't tell me about mine. See, that's the problem. You're not the only one who has had an experience. You're not the only one who's had an experience. I can't tell you about yours, but you can't tell me about mine either. And as far as I'm concerned, one ain't worse than the other because you don't know. So it's just as simple as that. And it ain't no fucking competition as far as who the fuck was treated worse. Like, who the fuck wants to compete with that? Are we sitting up here really like poking out chests, like trying to say like who was treated the worst over their span of their lifetime thus far? And the way that you fucking acting, what part did you play in it? Because it's one of two things. Either somebody pushed you to that, to where you are now. I'm sorry. This boy, like these attitudes, I don't know what the hell is wrong with these teenagers. But anyway, yeah. So either somebody pushed you to where this is who you are now, or you just want to just compare experiences, or you just feel like because you had a worse off, you're able to, give others the same treatment. Like you basically gonna give other people the same treatment that you had to go through. Because, I've been told, I've been talked about my features, my lips, my nose, my hair, my skin tone. It's all the same shit. See, when you run down like what's talked about you, or they want to, they want to talk about my hair and, my features, and they want to do this and they want to do that, and then they want to be like us. Well, I feel the same way because I've been through that same experience. Am I saying that I've been through your experience? No, but the way that you describe it, I can say that I've experienced that also. And it's by Black people on YouTube. So all you're doing is repeating the same behavior, but you feel like it's justified because you are Black, that you're able to give this energy to people that have not given it to you, all because of history. Because I've been respectful of everybody from the jump until I was disrespected. So yeah, I would rather not. Like, if you don't really fuck with me, if you don't really like me, if you just feel like we should just be separated, then yeah, like anybody who feels that way, like white, Black, and any other race, like if you feel like like you should just not be mingling with other races of people, then you might want to like go find somewhere to be at and just have your own space. Because why is it that people who don't have the problem or who don't feel that way, why are we the ones supposed to tiptoe around and make you comfortable? You're the one who has the problem. So I'm supposed to sit back and shut the fuck up and just not be seen or heard because to make you comfortable for some shit I ain't even do to you or don't got shit to do with? That shit is retarded as fuck. And if that's what your way of thinking, you retarded as fuck. That's just it. I'm not here to make no motherfucker comfortable. Because at the end of the day, y'all damn sure ain't trying to do that for me. Hey, Fifi. How you doing, babes? Oh, shit. Gotta have Mexican. Oh shit, I'm way behind. Lord Jesus. Lordy, Lordy. I stay at the cantina for a reason. When I was like 20, I really started hanging with my white friends, and the turn up was always real. Period. That's why I don't play with those avatars. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Avatar. Speaking of Avatar, hold on. Thank you, Blazing. Thank you so much for putting the promotion in there. I had another channel. I shut it down. I used to do Tyron Hall's makeup. Oh, wow. Wow. All that when you Google my name and YouTube, you'll find two channels. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, then, girl. Hey. When ZT said he done, oh man, he said, get your wide booty ass off this line. Guy was dead. Okay, what? I got rid of it. I got tired of all the trolls trolling me. I had a lot of trolls and raggedy people just behind their keyboard talking all kinds of shit. Yeah, that shit is like annoying as fuck. And that's why I said like I kind of been falling back and stuff on here or whatever, and even changing what I watch because I just want to come up in the algorithm with people who actually like enjoy my content, like the actual content versus the fuck shit. So yeah, so that's just a change that I gotta make myself. But I'm not gonna keep interacting with people who don't fuck with me for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's cool. I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? I just came into a space. I thought that I met some like-minded people and people I could have a good key with and chill, have a good time with and shit like that. But they don't really fuck with you too much, and it comes out. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, like, everybody should be proud of who they are and what race they are and just who they are as a person. You know what I'm saying? Yes, be proud. Be down for you and who looks like you. Yes. But that doesn't mean that you have to dismiss people who don't look like you. That doesn't mean that people who don't look like you are less than. You can be proud, but you don't have to like just, say fuck others. You know what I'm saying? Like people should be treated as individuals, not by what they look like. And that's just how I feel, and it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no fake ass bitch. I'm not gonna be fake about what I see or what I notice or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. I can't eat tacos or enchiladas every damn day. Oh, enchiladas. Oh, hell yeah, bitch. Give me some taco. I can eat that every day. Like, I don't know what it is. It's weird. Man. So then I wanted to start this new channel. I have about cooking and stuff, but I'm not even motivated to do it because it brings me back to when I had my other channel, so I don't even really care. Well, you know what, Latasha, I'm gonna tell you this about just having a channel and putting content out there. And because that's another thing. Like this is supposed to be about self-expression. It's supposed to be about what you enjoy. And then the people who enjoy those same things come to you and support you in that. And of course, the internet, yes, you're going to have trolls. You're going to have all types of fucked up, raggedy ass people that are just miserable as fuck and really should just, fall off the face of the earth. It's like if all y'all miserable fucks would just go somewhere and just give life to the people who actually made a fucking difference. You know what I'm saying? Like the world would be a better place, but that's too much like right. So, but so it's like a catch 22, and so I just feel like as long as you're enjoying yourself, then do it. But yeah, if you're not enjoying yourself or if it seems like it's drawing things out of you or taking you to a place that you don't want to be, then yeah, I don't suggest doing it at all. But like I don't care like if I say like I don't care. It could be two people over here watching me. If those two people just enjoy what we're talking about or enjoy like what we're doing, like that's cool. Like it's not gonna be for everybody. I'm not, everybody. That's the thing. Like if everything was just uniform in the world, like it would be a boring. as plays. Like everybody, people are unique. People are different. People enjoy different things. People are going to have opposing opinions and just have different feelings about the same shit. It just is what it is. That's life, and that's just life. You know what I'm saying? And even if you can have a person that you support or you care about, but you're not going to always agree. You're not going to always be in unison with the same shit. So it's just like that's where respect comes in, and just common courtesy and understanding. It's just as simple as that, and it's just basic instincts that a lot of people just don't have. When I was growing up, I would go to my Latina grandmother's house and she'd have the light skinned Jesus on the wall. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. I'm telling you. Because that's another thing. Like Jesus, God, like, people say stuff like that white Jesus, but Jesus is who he is in your head. Yes, he's who he is in history, but he's also who, faith is a belief. It's not even about what you can see or what you can touch, because again, that was a time that we weren't even here for. So we weren't here to lay eyes on him to describe him to a T. But we know we believe. Faith is about a belief. It's about a feeling. It's about just knowing. You know what I'm saying? And whatever picture that is in your brain, then that's what it is. That doesn't have to always be right, or that doesn't always have to be agreed upon. Like people should just have just common ass respect. Like you can have conversations with people and it'll turn into an argument and it'll turn disrespectful because they will just really just try to force you into their way of thinking. And it's like, why can't we just have a conversation and agree to disagree? Like I can appreciate like having opposing opinions, or just learning different things, because it's like it can give you a different way of seeing things. It also, like, that's another reason why I like to have conversations, because you get to see how other people's mindset is or thought process is about things, the same topic. Or I like to see opposing thoughts and opinions and feelings and stuff like that, because it just gives you an idea of how other people think and feel. But to argue and be disrespectful or try to force something on somebody, like, we can talk about it, and it may be something you tell me that does change my mind or make me see something different, but then it may not. I may just leave the conversation with my same feelings and thoughts. So either way it goes, it should just be respected. I'm good, Fifi boo. Oh shit. Yeah, she said all that. Raggedy bitch. Raggedy ass bitch. It is, MJ. Thank you so much for asking, babe. Then I go to the other side of the river to see my other grandmother and my granny, and she'd have the Jesus with the afro on the wall. I'm so damn confused. I'm weak. Oh my God. America truly has not progressed a whole lot. No, no. You know, technology, fucking up all the natural resources, all that shit is wearing down and shit. Climate, change, all this shit, global warming. But our thinking process, that shit is so backdated, so far back. That shit is fucked up. I learned how to cook fried chicken, peach cobbler, collard greens, cornbread, black eyed peas. Yes, you name it. I got the best of both worlds. Oh, you do, Latasha, because, that's the best food, man. You do got the best of both worlds. Ooh, Mexican food and soul food. Like, those are the two best. Like, ain't nothing like it. Man, I hope somebody benefits from the information you're sharing. You shouldn't have to walk on eggshells to satisfy the masses. The masses should catch up with the times. God loves us all the same. Absolutely, Catherine. Thank you, babe. Thank you. And I do too. Yes, thank you, April, for bringing up this topic and bring it to the light. Blessed I am. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, babes. I'm so glad you were here and you shared some things also. We've been on for 2 hours. Anybody being discriminated against because of the color of your skin, ignore it. Whatever color you are, be thankful that you're here. Who cares what people think of you? Amen. Amen. She said, well, let me call Jermaine at Google. Help. Okay, don't say funeral. J Dummy might get triggered. Man, I'm telling you, that bitch, when she first started talking and she wanted to jump on everybody's channel, everybody's panel, she was everywhere to make everybody know like she was alive. Like that bitch, she was, as soon as BS was off the internet, that bitch was on everybody's chat to let people know she still existed and she ain't dying that damn fake ass funeral her damn self. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, girl, and would take that same story everywhere she went. She want to remind people who she is, what VS did to her, like VS. Like it's like, girl, like shut the fuck up, like girl. Like, girl, you over there looking like SpongeBob by the mouth or whatever. You looking like my 9-month-old G baby over here with her 4 little teeth in the front with that little gap. Girl, your teeth ain't never grew. Like, is them still your baby teeth? Or have you had some dicks in the middle of there, bitch? Because that gap, it look like you can fit a whole dick in the middle. That's probably what the fuck you be doing is shoving that damn strap on in your damn mouth with your lonely ass. Dirty ass. That's right, April. You let they ass know that ended with an amen and a hallelujah, period. See, people think they can talk anyway to me and then find out that I don't bark, I bite, period. Then they want to get mad. She is the only one with experience shitting on a megabus. Jada shitted on the megabus, y'all. Like, and that's the whole thing. Like, riding on a bus, bitch, like, you really gonna be the one to blow up the bathroom? You couldn't get in the bathroom, so you just gonna shit on yourself. So now the bathroom ain't blew up and it goes away after a while. They gotta smell the shit the whole time, the whole ride until you get off. You just a nasty bitch. You go from playing in bloody pussies to shitting on yourself. Like you just a whole nasty, like you just a whole toilet. You a toilet. That's what the fuck you are, bitch. Everything that goes in a toilet has been in you, bitch, and on you. Nasty ass. She's also light skinned. So what's her problem? She just got a problem. That bitch ugly as fuck, built dumb as fuck, life miserable as fuck. She wanna create this online persona like she is just so like important, girl. Don't nobody know you. What a boring world to not have a rainbow of complexion. I love all people. I love meeting different people from different races and cultures. They're all God's creation. Yes, all God's creation. Like, and just to even, man, God is amazing, y'all. Like, who else could have created this world and all of us in it? I know he'd be like, what the fuck? Because the thing about God is like he know what's gonna happen from start to finish, like with everybody. All these people on this world, on this earth, and he know what's going on with each and every one of us, but he still allows us the chance to figure it out for ourselves. I mean, when ain't she behind in the chat? No, you didn't. Oh my goodness. I always tune into your channel, April, but because I don't mess with the people that hate on you, I don't know what's going on. So I just sit in the bushes listening. Aw, I feel that. I feel that. But I thank you though. I always support you and give you a thumbs up. And I never go looking for these other people's channels. I'm not interested. I'm just here to support you. Oh, thank you so much, Latasha. Oh, that is so awesome. Thank you, babes. That's how you feel. Hey Denise, how you doing, doll? Good night, Dolly Boo. I don't know any of these people that you be talking about sometimes, but I'll be up in here listening. Like these people is crazy as hell. Good night, babes. Jesus didn't have air conditioning. They were darker people according to cultures and tribal. God is good. Yes, yes. With no air conditioning. It was color. Okay. Shit, it was a lot of hot sun and desert. All right. So just that alone, like you got all different shades of people. See, back then they could tell like where you were from, like where you were from and stuff like that by, like your skin tone, because like basically, if you were out in the hot desert and out in this area, you're gonna be this skin tone. If you over here, like in the shade, in the woods and whatever, then you're gonna be lighter, of course, and it goes on like that, and then different languages and stuff like that. But there's always been different people. Like we wasn't just there's always been, as long as there's been a population, an actual population, there's been different people. So, color is the most beautiful thing. We see 20 million shades. Yes, God is amazing. Absolutely, Denise. So, anyway, well, I've made it to the bottom. So, yes, y'all, we've been on for a little over 2 hours now. So, I don't know. So, we're going to go ahead and end it here. But I mean, I expressed my thoughts. I just feel like at the end of the day, be proud of who you are today, no matter no matter what your history is, what side of the road you on as far as the history is concerned, no matter who you were born to, no matter, just no matter, you are an individual, you are you, okay? You can't help who you was born to, what you were born in, but being an adult, that is, you have the right to change for the better if need be, if you were born into something that wasn't right. Being an adult is about, use that freedom to your advantage. Treat people how you want to be treated. Be courteous, be kind, be respectful. We can have the hard conversations. We can, disagree with people. You can be honest and open, but you don't have to be hurtful. You don't have to be degrading. You don't have to be any of that. Um, So let me say to Sir King, because Crystal, my boo boo Chris G, she did a live, um, and she was talking about the situation with Misty. So basically, what happened was there's a white woman by the name of Misty. She has floated through a few different sectors of the YouTube streets, and she's been very vocal, okay, um, in everything that she's interacted in, or everywhere that she's interacted in. Um, and so she's a white woman, and she has been known to, degrade Black people, make disparaging statements about Black people, and most offensively say the N word. Okay. So with that, um, she's, the what is it? The magnifying glass is on her, and conversations are being had about, white people and, just the race conversation. And so then it goes into, basically Misty, she is said to have a Black boyfriend or husband. I'm not sure which one, but she has a biracial child. And so in the conversation that they were having about Misty, this is Jay Dunn was on Pizarro's panel. Jay Dunn brings me up because every time a conversation about race is being had, my name comes up. And if Jay Dunn is in the conversation, she's the one that brings it up mostly. Um, and so for everybody who was there in that live and did speak up on my behalf, I appreciate you and I love you and I thank you for understanding me and just not only accepting but just supporting me and who I am as a person, and not for my color. But I don't have nothing to do. I'm not the spokesperson for white people or mixed people. I'm not the beef sector savior. Now there was a time when race was, very heavily being spoken on, and there was the word going around that my chat was just a whole bunch of avatars with white people behind them, and I was like creating this channel to allow white people to do what Misty has done. See, my thing is this, and I'm gonna speak about, this situation with a white person, um, disrespecting a black person. I've said this about the races, New Mexico or whatever, y'all. He got all these damn different names, but Jason. Jason is a white man that has been supported by thousands. And I'm saying thousands because he has had a YouTube channel that had thousands of subscribers in the beef sector. Okay. The beef sector is over 90% black. All right. So that means that the majority of his supporters are black people. Black people are the ones that were helping him to get information on other black people, for him to dox them, for him to harass them, for him to tear them down in their real lives, including possibly kids getting taken away, homes, jobs, all of that. Black people did that. Um, Black people subscribe to him, are in his chat, his moderators, support his channel, support him financially, okay? And that's okay. As long as the person of interest at the time is the most hated, it's okay. Um, and then when it's not okay, he's racist and he needs to get out of here. And now there's hate train against this white man, but he's not the racist white man when he's helping you to go against somebody that you don't like. So now here we have, another person who is white, um, who is interacting in the different on the different channels. And again, she is being supported by black people who is allowing the behavior that she is displaying, allowing her to feel comfortable in that and feel like it's okay. Now, my thing is this: if that's who she is as a person, let her be that. But what you choose to accept is on you. So she can be who she is as a person, and that's just what it is, because it's not up to you to change her or make her be no different. But at the same time, it should not be allowed if you're not going to allow it from everybody and allow it to be done to you by anybody else. It can't be okay when it's your friend, but then not be okay when you see it happening to somebody else with somebody that you don't know. Disrespect is disrespect across the board. And there are certain things that I don't feel like should be allowed, because I do feel like, it's just about, like I said, respect. I'm going to keep on saying that. I do feel like people should be individuals and allow them to be who they are as people. And you can choose to accept it or choose not to. Now, for the people who do choose to accept her as she is, that's cool for y'all too. And I'm just going to say this. I don't feel like, for the people who accept her behavior, or let her feel comfortable in that around them, I don't feel like it means that they're self-hating. I just there's see, and that's where that's where location comes in, that's where how you were raised comes in, that's where being an individual comes in. Because like I said, there's sides of town, in my city where there's a melting pot, and just it ain't no like boundaries as far as that goes. Like everybody just, you know, whoever, if y'all cool, y'all cool. But the thing is, when people get upset, that's where race comes up. That's where people, you find out how they really feel and things like that. So that's why I say, if you don't really accept that behavior or feel okay with that behavior, don't allow it. Whether you're good, even on good terms, because if you ever get on bad terms, it's going to be a problem. So if you're okay with it, cool, be okay with it. That's okay, because you're an individual and you're within your right to be okay with whatever. But don't be okay with it now. And then when there's a problem, like with Jason, with so many of these content creators on here, he's good when, he's helping them and their doxing and their vendettas. But then when he's not, now he's the racist white man, and he should be taken off of YouTube, and he should be thrown in jail and charges pressed against him and all types of shit. Like, you gotta stand on something, because that's the problem that I see over here is nobody really stands for anything. Even in this fake woke trending time that we're in. And yes, I'm saying fake woke because there's a lot of people who act like they are just so woke. They're so in tune with their history and with who they are and their ancestors and their people. And they are so for until they actually have to be for. It's almost like the Bible, like, or any religion that you may practice. Like, you will apply the things that you're comfortable with to your life, and then the things that you're not, you will find a reason to justify why you don't apply those to your life, or why you won't make those changes to fully practice that religion or fully be that. Same thing. You'll have your, oh, I have questions about this, or you're gonna find some way to justify it. But the things that you're comfortable with, you're gonna stand with those the whole way. It's the same thing with this woke trending state that we're in. What the things that you're comfortable with, that's what you will apply to your life. But the things that really take work and change within yourself, and it really makes you have to look at yourself and figure out what it is within you that you may not have right. You're going to find a reason to justify why you haven't done that work. Nobody stands on anything over here in this beef sector. Everybody can be swayed at some point, depending on if it involves somebody that they like or they support, or in some way they benefit at the moment. It can be a click and a view, it can be whatever. But people 1 minute stand on something, and the next minute they're justifying it for entertainment only, or for the sake of the conversation or the sake of the video or whatever. So y'all can all miss me with the fuck shit. Like, for real. Miss me with it. Keep me out of y'all conversations as far as race goes, because April is who she is. She's been genuine with you all. She ain't been fake with none of y'all. She has supported everybody that she could until they didn't support her. And whatever fucked up ass thought process or feeling you have within yourself or experiences you didn't have, I ain't got shit to do with it. So I'm gonna leave that at that. So yeah, so good night, April. Thank you for your time and energy and sharing your thoughts on this topic. It's been a pleasure being in your chat. Thank you, Latasha. I appreciate you, babe. He do need his tail whooped. Absolutely. You can't change folks. You can't. So I'm gonna get on all blazing. I appreciate you. Dolly done went to bed. MJ, Latasha, I appreciate you so very much for engaging. Denise, thank you for dropping down. Joanna was over here. I've heard Joanna's name, so I appreciate her for dropping down in the chat and engaging. Thank you for sharing. Fifi, my beautiful Fifi. Catherine, my beautiful Catherine. Sky was in the chat. She's pregnant. She's about to have a baby. Yes, I just appreciate you all who engaged. And my Mo, Emmanuel, thank you, babes. Yes, Emmanuel, it definitely needs to be. Okay, so Blazing is on Mico right now, MICO. Y'all need to download these apps and support us, y'all. And he will be on Bigo later. All right, support, follow, just help to share, help to support on all platforms. The more platforms we're on, the more we get our name out there. So that's what that's all about. I love you, Mo. Thank you so much for being here. No, I'm not going live anywhere else tonight because I ain't even. It's after 12 o'clock, and I'm about to have to be up in 5 hours for these babies. But I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna pop in on you real quick and hit you up. So yeah, we'll definitely have a part two and talk more. And I just hope more people, if you want to come up and actually talk, but even typing in the chat, that's good enough for me. Y'all know I can run my mouth. So it's all good. But anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so so much. Yes, Mo. Ooh, they just coming out with these apps, girl. They come out with these apps, but y'all can make money over there too. So it's a little different from YouTube, y'all. It's a little different from YouTube. It's, a milder setting. So it's like, it might be something that you may enjoy. So that is his Michael ID. So y'all, if you go to the app and you just put in the search engine, um, that ID number, you can type in his name too, but the ID number takes you straight to him instead of like scrolling through the people. So but anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off so I can get myself in the bed real quick and listen to Blazing, and then I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna come on earlier tomorrow. Bianca, if you end up listening to this later on, babes, I know you was off today. I so very much apologize for keep rescheduling my live today, and I'm trying to get it together, y'all. I told my kids earlier, I said, y'all got 9 hours. Okay, I ain't doing these damn 14-hour day. I feel like I work in a factory. These motherfuckers want me to just be up in here all day with these kids. Y'all had these kids. I didn't. But they getting their money up, so it's all good. They getting their money up. But yeah, I gotta no 9 hours. You can do your 8 hour shift and then you got a half hour there, half hour back. Come get y'all kids, okay? So, cause I told them like when I gotta do my shit, then I want to do my shit. But yeah. So anyway, real quick, cause y'all know I veer off topic. So she did her live and stuff like that or whatever. I commented and I ended up erasing my comment because it was too much for me to type to answer back. But I just commented like I'm sick of this shit. I'm just over this shit over here, and basically just about the race conversation. Like, which let me say, when I listened to the live, I didn't know what had happened. Okay, so that's another reason why I erased my comment because I didn't know what had happened. I just thought it was just something else where somebody was just talking about a white person again. I didn't know what it was about. So after finding out what it was about, but then I had got a notification that Sir King said I got issues. I have serious issues. Sir King, the only person who got motherfucking issues is you, you raggedy, stinking ass bitch. Number one, how you gonna say from my comment that I have issues? Because that comment could have meant anything. Nobody knew that I didn't know what happened. I could have meant I'm over bitches being disrespectful. I could have been talking about Misty. I could have been not. I could have been talking about any motherfucking thing. You don't know. But you just automatically say, I got motherfucking issues. The only one who has issues is you. You have attention issues. You have separation issues. You have just issues, period. Okay. You have motherfucking throat issues, weight issues, looks issues. You have attraction issues, bitch. You got issues. You are another person that is consumed. You know every motherfucking thing that goes on every motherfucking live. You can play clips of videos. You can do all types of shit, bitch. And you claim to just be so much above and so much for. You another motherfucker that don't stand for shit, bitch. You be so on somebody until something else catches your eye and then you be on to the next, bitch, because you don't stand for nothing. A bitch who stands for something, they can't be moved from it. And when they own it until they get their results. Especially a man. Okay? One thing about a man, he goes after what the fuck he wants and he gonna get shit done, bitch, and that's not you. You go on everybody's motherfucking panel when you ain't getting enough motherfucking attention. You another J Dunn, bitch. You gotta be everywhere all the motherfucking time to let people know that you still here and you ain't died last night and you exist still. Bitch, we see you. We know. The fuck? You another one. So you can get the fuck on, bitch. I don't have no motherfucking issues. The only issue I got is hating ass bitches like you that don't do shit but just repeat shit that they done heard from here, there, and every motherfucking where and try to state it as fact. And that's cool. You can believe whatever you want to believe. But at the end of the day, bitch, you don't know shit about no motherfucking body, really, because all you ever have done since you've been over here is just try to piece shit together from wherever you can get pieces of information from. And the shit don't even be right. All right, y'all. So let me get the fuck up out of here. Oh, there go Crystal, y'all. Y'all be talking all in the motherfucking phone. Crystal, I erased my comment. I was just talking about your live, but about Sir King commenting. But yeah, I had just seen you was live and I didn't even know shit about what was going on. But I hope you doing good and stuff or whatever. Blazing. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is what I meant. I meant the race topic, but I meant it as if like I just thought it was like the same shit. I didn't know it was somebody who actually did something. So, but then what happened was I had ended up getting a notification that Sir King had commented. So when I went to go see if he was commenting to me, um I saw he commented to me and then I seen your comment and you said what happened or whatever. And I'm like, it's too much to type and all this shit. And I really the fuck I ain't gonna be addressing his raggedy stinking ass. So I just erased it. But all right, y'all. Love you. Thank you, Chris, for popping in. Drive safe and I will see y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. Have a good night and take care of yourself.